Okay, so today we're going to try to go over this pre-test that you get in class. This is for L level, but if you are K level, you can still pay attention to what's going on, because this has a lot to do with your test as well. So when we talk about number one, choose the best answer choice that describes the statement: if you play a sport with a ball, then you play basketball. Now I can already tell you that this is false. Okay? Right? So I can already X that out. Now why is it false? Because if I think of a sport with a ball, that's my first step. I think of a sport with a ball. Soccer has a ball. Swimming does not have a ball. And dance doesn't have a ball. So I can already say that soccer is my answer. Now, when we say use logical reasoning and the clues below to determine which number is being described. So step by step. The number is greater than -5. That's bigger than -5. That's smaller than -5. That is -5. And that's bigger than -5. When I say the number is odd, 7 is odd, 15 is odd. The number is a multiple of 5. 7 is not a multiple of 5. So this has to be my answer. Number 3, write a statement. A rectangle has 4 right angles as a conditional. So a statement, conditional statement, if a rectangle, if it is a rectangle, sorry, want to be grammatically correct, if it is a rectangle, then it has 4 right angles. Okay, all we added was the word if and the word then. Now, true or false? Number 4. A ray has exactly 1 endpoint and is infinitely long. A ray, remember, has 1 endpoint and goes in a direction. So 1 endpoint, yes. Infinitely long, yes. So that's true. Any 3 non-collinear points form a plane. That's true. Skew lines intersect at exactly 1 point. Skew lines never intersect, so this is false. Number 5. Which of the following is not an example of parallel lines? Lines on a highway, those are parallel. Lines on a notebook, parallel. Railroad tracks, parallel. Lines that form the letter X, which they intersect, so that's not parallel. Number 6. The intersection of a line and a ray can never be, just so you know, this is a ray, this is a line. If I put a dot right in the middle, that's the intersection. So I can X out point, because I already formed a point, which means I can X out all of these because I can't choose C. I didn't form a line because, remember, a line has no endpoint, which with this dot I have an endpoint. So that is my answer. And if you look, if I have a dot here and infinite direction in both ways, then I've formed a ray. So that can't be the answer. Okay? Let's go down to this part. Number 1. Draw a Venn diagram that correctly describes the statement, all elephants are mammals. So remember, the first part of the sentence should be the little circle. I'll put E for elephants. And the big circle should be mammals. M for mammals. Use logical reasoning in the clues below to determine which number is being described. So when I say the number is greater than -3, he's not greater than -3. He is, and he is. The number is an even number. Well, 9 is not even. And the number is multiple of 3, which this is. So B is the answer. Number 3, if two planes intersect, then they intersect in exactly one what? Two planes. So that's something that looks like that, a flat surface, right? And something that looks like that. So right here, I have created a line. Point A is the midpoint of segment BC. That's what they give me. This is a midpoint, the middle of B to C. So that means this segment is equal to that segment. Which of the following are not true? BC, which is the whole line, is equal to AC, which is half the line. That's true. BA is equal to AC. BA and AC. That's true. BC is equal to CB. That's the same segment. So that's true. That means this one is not true. Okay, going down here. Number 7, write the converse. Well, remember that a converse is the flip, right? I'm just going to write flip here. If an angle measures more than 90 degrees, then it is obtuse. So we switch it. If it is obtuse, then angle, I'm going to shorten the sentence because I don't have enough space, more than 90 degrees. Okay. Number 8, which of the conjecture can be concluded based on the statements given about segment A to E? Well, let's use what they have. AB is 5, B to E is 15, A to C is 10. Well, if we know A to C is 10, then this has to be 5. C to E is 10, and A to D is 15. Well, if A to D is 15, then this has to be 5. And if C to E is 10, then this has to be 5. Okay? Now let's go. Letter A. AB 5 plus DE 5 is equal to 20. True? Nope. AD, that is 5, 10, 15 plus DE gives me 20. Is that true? Yeah. BC 5 plus CE 10 gives me 20. True? Nope. AC 10 plus DE 5 equals 20? No, not true. Okay. How many endpoints do each of the following have? Well, let's draw endpoints. Line, ray, segment. I see no endpoints. I see one endpoint, and I see 2. Choose the best answer choice that describes the statement. If you live in America, then you live in the South. Okay, so if you live in America, you automatically have to live in the South. I can tell you that is not true, so that's out. The statement is invalid because he lives in Delaware. Okay, well, Delaware is in the north. That works. The statement is not true because he lives in Texas. Well, that's in the South. That's agreeing with this statement. The statement is invalid. Jim, who lives in New Zealand, is counterexample. Well, New Zealand's not even in America, so we can't even use that. B is the answer. Okay. Number 5, which of the following is true given the following information? Well, L to M is 7. L to N is 11. So that makes this 4. And N to O is 4. They're asking me M to N, which is 4, plus N to O, which is 4. Does that give me L to O, which is 11 plus 4 is 15. Nope, that's not true. Point N bisects segment MO. Point N bisects M to O. Well, I have a 4 here and a 4 here, so that seems to be true. NO, which is 4, is greater than MN, which is 4. Well, that's not true. Point M bisects L to N. I have a 7 here and a 4 here, so that's not true. Write the converse. Just so I can save time, the converse, remember, is the flip. So if two lines are parallel, then they never touch. So it should read something like, if they never touch, or if lines never touch, then they are parallel. Right? Name all segments that are parallel to EF. From this picture, well, we have IK and we have HG. Name all segments parallel to FG. Well, we should have EH because it's in the same plane. And name one pair. This should say one pair of skew lines. So let's say EF and how about IH? IH. Not in the same plane, and they never intersect. Alright, that's everything.